Hi, it's Jill here with another quick tip as part of our Cute to Elegant blogging event this week. And today I just wanted to show you a fun way to create a snowy background. It's just really quick and another way to use your distress inks and stains. So to begin, I'm starting with white cardstock, and I'm going to use Tea Dye Distress Ink, and this is the one that I used on the sample today. And I'm just rubbing that right onto the white cardstock, and I'm putting it straight from the ink pad onto the cardstock because I want a really rich dark color. You could use the applicator tool. It would just take several coats. So I guess I'm cheating a little bit and just rubbing it right on with the ink pad. And then I'm going to prepare a second sample for you to see. So on this first one with the brown, you can really see the definition of the snow when we stamp it. And I'm also going to do one here with tumbled glass for a much more subtle effect. So I'm just rubbing the tumbled glass distress ink onto the cardstock like we did with the brown. And I want to make sure these are dry. So now I'm going to take Penny Black Stamp Crystal Pattern, and this is Distress Stain and Picket Fence. So I shook the bottle, and then I'm just going to cover my stamp with this white distress stain. This is a fun technique too if you're making a real vintage looking card, because it just is a vintage look with the way the distress stain works with the stamp. And I'm going to put my inked piece of cardstock, ink side down, onto that background and hold with one hand and rub with the other. And I'm just going to pull that straight up, and you can see how that distress stain interacts with that background. And when you heat that, if it's kind of blotchy when you first pull it up, don't worry. When you heat it, that starts to even out. So it's just a fun snowy background. Now I want to clean this in between each time, because some of that brown ink did sort of get mixed in with the white, and I don't want that to show up when I do my lighter blue piece. So I'm just wiping that off with a baby wipe. And then I'm going to put distress stain on this background again. And if you get streaks, you can kind of tap it on there. I like a little variation. So I'm going to put that blue piece down, hold with one hand and rub with the other. And when I lift this up, you'll see that it's a much more subtle look. So you've got the texture of the snow, but it's just barely there and barely peeking through with the light blue. And I'll just heat that, and you can see that the white evens out. So here's another look at that background on the card today. And I thank you so much for joining us for this quick tip. Be sure to tune in the rest of the week for more ideas.